How to get rid of bad breath. Interesting about science and medicine, prepared by editors of a page or scientific. What to do if you have bad breath? Let's say you have an important meeting and you are already on your way to it, and at this moment you discovered that your breath is not the most pleasant, or the contrary, it is very unpleasant. What to do? If your teeth, gums, and tongue are a storage facility for bacteria that produce an unpleasant odor, then you simply need to make serious change in your oral hygiene. To do this you cannot do without mouthwash, good toothpaste, and of course regular brushing of your teeth. Causes of halitosis bad breath. Most often the causes of bad breath can be pepper, onion, garlic, blue cheese, but there are other possible causes: smoking, irregular brushing of teeth, gingivitis, sinusitis, certain medication, chronically dry mouth, excessive coffee consumption. In some cases, certain medications are the cause of bad breath. Ask your doctor about this. Any medication that makes your mouth dry by eliminating saliva can be cause of this unpleasant problem. As a rule, the following type of medication can provoke bad breath: medicine for rheumatoid arthritis, antidepressant, diet pills, decongestants, antihistamine. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Water. A dry mouth is simply the perfect place for the bacteria responsible for bad breath. So rinse your mouth with water. For a short period of time you are saved. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Parsley. Have you ever thought about the role of parsley on your plate during festival meals? It turns out that it should be eaten at the end of a meal. Parsley is very rich in chlorophyll, a good deodorant, and its antibacterial property will help get rid of unpleasant odor from your mouth. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Orange. A simple orange also helps with this problem. The citric acid it contains stimulates the salivary glands, thus secreting more saliva. If you cannot find an orange, eat nothing, of course with an exception of garlic, onion or cheese. Eating different food promotes the secretion of saliva and thus bacteria are removed from the surface of the tongue. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Cleaning the tongue. Wipe your tongue thoroughly with your teeth. Bacteria that can decompose protein are often found on the surface of the tongue, resulting in formation of gases with an unpleasant odor. Rubbing the tongue helps eliminate these bacteria and maintain fresh breath. You can also restore a pleasant smell from your mouth with a simple metal or plastic spoon. Place the spoon on your tongue and as deeply as possible, not too deeply as not to provoke vomiting, and pull it out. Repeat this movement 4 or 5 times. Clean the side of your tongue in this way. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Cloves. Cloves contain a lot of eugenol, which has excellent antibacterial properties. Break a clove bud with your teeth. As a result, a strong essential oil will be released, which is why it is recommended to move this bud around your mouth and then spit it out. Never use essential oil or clove powder. They are too concentrated and you can get burns. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Fennel, dill, nutmeg and anise seeds. Chew fennel, dill, nutmeg and anise seeds. Anise will help destroy bacteria living on the tongue, but other spices can be used to eliminate bad breath. Keep a cinnamon stick in your mouth. It is also an excellent oral antiseptic. Home remedy for treating bad breath. Mouth fresheners. All mouth fresheners help get rid of bad breath, but their effect does not always last long. It has been noted that mouth fresheners that contain chlorine dioxide are more effective than others because they help eliminate unpleasant substances. Use toothpaste containing green tea oil, a natural disinfectant. Prevention of halitosis, oral irrigator. Use an oral irrigator, a device that uses a fast stream of water to cleanse bacteria. Thanks to it, you can get into hard-to-reach places where a toothbrush or dental floss cannot. Prevention of halitosis, regular brushing of teeth. Brush your teeth after each meal. Brushing your teeth prevents the formation of tartar, which over time is deposited on the gums and teeth. It is not always good to quickly brush your teeth after eating. If you have consumed corrosive food, cola, citrus fruits, it is better to postpone this procedure for 1 hour. Prevention of halitosis, chewing gum. Always keep chewing gum with you. One chewing gum taken after a meal can stimulate the secretion of saliva and thus help remove food debris. To keep your toothbrush bacterial free, keep it brushed down in a plastic cup filled with hydrogen peroxide. Rinse the toothbrush with plain water before each use. Prevention of halitosis, disinfect your denture. If you have denture, they may absorb bad breath. Keep your denture in an antiseptic solution overnight unless your doctor has advised otherwise. Prevention of halitosis, regular meals. Do not skip meals. When you do not eat for a long period of time, the oral cavity becomes very dry, becoming an ideal place for bacteria to develop. Prevention of halitosis, lifestyle change. Bad breath is not always caused by bacteria. There are factors that can provoke bad breath even in the absence of bacteria. Smoking, drinking alcoholic beverage, onion, garlic, blue cheese, camembert, roquefort. If you have your fresh breath, then refuse to consume this product. How to understand if your breath stinks? In order to understand how fresh your breath is, you can do a test for bad breath. A simple dental floss will help you with this, which should be checked for smell after use. Also try wiping your tongue with a piece of cloth and then smell it. If you are concerned about your breath, consult a dentist. He will prescribe the necessary medication to eliminate the cause of bad breath. Mouthwashes and candy do not always freshen breath. Due to the fact that many of these liquids contain ethyl alcohol, the amount of saliva in the mouth decreases. Mints also seem to do their job at first glance. Because of the sugar they contain, bacteria only thrive. When should you see a doctor? Although each of us can have case of bad breath, usually good oral hygiene solves this problem. But if bad breath persists for more than 24 hours, then this means that the problem is somewhere else. Bad breath can do to gingivitis, intestinal problems, other serious disease. If you using dental floss do not help to eliminate the smell, then you need to see a doctor. Do not rejoice if you feel a sweet smell in your breath. This symptom is characteristic for diabetes. Thank you for your attention. This material was prepared by editors of the page O Scientifical. Attention, this material is for information purposes only. When observing various unusual symptoms, it is recommended to consult a doctor. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Bye bye.